welcome the Raffanelli and Goodenough family who will share their personal story.
What is your name?
Reese.
Reese. And what is your name?
Sadie.
Oh, Reese. All right. And your name is?
Sadie.
Sadie. And your name is?
Alice.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so when it's your turn, you're going to stand on the stool, right? Yeah. Okay. You've got it going on. Here you go.
Should I put this in?
You can do that. You want that there?
Yes, please.
All right. There you go.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Reese Goodenough. I'm 8 years old, and I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes on June 27, 2016. I've had type 1 diabetes now for just over 2 years. I am up here with my two sisters, Sadie and Alice. They are here with me because type 1 diabetes is a disease I can't fight by myself. I need support, and they are two of my biggest supporters. People always ask me how my parents figured out I had type 1. Since people seem curious, I'll tell you the story. We were on a trip to Italy celebrating my grandmother's 70th birthday. I remember being so tired, feeling super thirsty, and constantly having to go to the bathroom. I asked my dad to carry me as we went from museum to museum, but he just thought I was being lazy because what 6-year-old likes to go to museums? So he made me walk. After a few days acting this way, my parents thought something was wrong. Fortunately, our trip was almost over. When we got back, my mom took me straight to our doctor who checked all sorts of things, including my blood sugar levels. My blood sugar was almost 500, which is 5 times the normal blood sugar level of someone without this disease. The doctor told my mom to take me straight to UCSF to see a doctor who is now one of the most important people in my life, Dr. D. Within 15 minutes of arriving, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and given my first insulin shot. I now get insulin injections 10 to 15 times per day. Looking back on it, there were other signs I was getting type 1. My parents said that before our trip to Italy, I started sleepwalking. They would find me cuddled up in corners of the house crying for a bathroom. I also got really skinny, but I just thought I was growing tall. I didn't realize my body was starving for food. Now that I have type 1 diabetes, life is pretty different. One thing that is challenging is people don't seem to understand this disease. When they hear that I have diabetes, they assume I don't exercise and I eat too much candy. I actually don't like candy, and I love exercise. In fact, I was one of 5 kids in the entire Mill Valley Soccer League who was asked to play up an age group. I also led both my lacrosse team and basketball team in scoring last year. I guess it's in my genes, since my mom played in the World Cup in soccer and my dad was a professional tennis player. Another thing that is hard is type 1 requires so much planning, and there's never a moment when I get to stop thinking about it. Like when I go to birthday parties and all the kids eat, while I go check my blood sugar, give myself insulin, and then I have to wait for the insulin to work before I can eat. It usually means I end up eating by myself. Or when I have to sit out of PE because my blood sugar is low. PE is my favorite subject. It is also frustrating that I have to change my CGM and my insulin pump all the time. I have to change my pump every 3 days and my CGM every 7 days. I think of myself as a brave person, but putting these devices on hurts, and I sometimes cry. Type 1 diabetes affects more than just me. For example, my blood sugar alarms go off almost every night, and my parents have to either give me insulin or juice to make sure I stay safe. I rarely remember waking up in the night, but I see the empty juice boxes on my nightstand in the morning. I feel very lucky that my family keeps me so safe. As you can tell, it definitely isn't fun to live with type 1 diabetes, but I don't let it slow me down. And with the exciting research JDRF is funding, I know my future is bright. In fact, next month I get the new CGM, which is smaller and doesn't require finger pricks. I'm also getting a new faster-acting insulin, which will keep my blood sugar steady and will allow me to eat food at birthday parties at the same time as other kids. And next year, I will get the artificial pancreas, which will keep my blood sugar steady and allow my parents to sleep at night. Basically, what I'm saying is this. All the money we raise tonight will improve my life, It will improve DJ Kevin's life. You may know him as Diabetes. It will improve the lives of people sitting next to you right now, and it will improve the lives of millions of people around the world who live with this disease. Before I let my sister say a few things, I would like to tell you about a study I saw. The study found that the average girl who has type 1 diabetes lives 13 years less than a girl who doesn't have type 1 diabetes. I don't know who did that study, but with the help of JDRF, we're going to beat this disease. And I'm going to send that person a letter when I'm 100 years old. I now want to let my type 1 diabetes teammates, Sadie and Ella, say a few words.
Reese, I just want to tell you how amazing I think you are. Only people who live with type 1 diabetes know how hard it is. You impress me every day with your positive attitude, your energy level, and your desire to beat this. I love you.
I love you, Reese. Please help us find a key.
Thank you all for coming tonight. Have a wonderful evening.
Good